Here's Boda09, and today we are again on the Phoenix. We are using the new driver that came out from Nvidia, that is 517.48, if I remember. And we are at Lisbon Airport in Lisbon City. So this is a custom airport by M Kappa Studios, and Lisbon it's a photogrammetry city. So we can test the performance that from this new driver that came out. We had the Sim Update 10 like few days ago, and with that we have now DLSS on the game, so we can use it. This driver, it's supposed to help with the DLSS and help with the DirectX12 for the game. So see, I'm playing at 1440p, DLSS quality. This is the highest presetting. It's the quality. In my case, I'm using 5600X with a 3070 with 32 gigs of RAM and playing from an SSD. In my case, if I go lower than balance, doesn't make a big difference because I'm limited by the CPU. So balance up, I see a difference. If I use balance, quality, or TAA, I see a difference. But lower than balance, my GPU doesn't push so hard anymore, and the game tends to be CPU limited. So here you can see I'm using the beta version. This is my settings. They are almost everything to ultra, if I recall. So using DirectX12 and DLSS quality mode, I'm getting around 32, around 30 FPS. If I move the camera, you will see that the FPS will drop significantly, as it shows. Now it's dropping a lot. Was not doing this, but I'm recording this live. You see what is happening. Here my GPU and CPU are running for quite some time now. I was playing a little bit. So maybe it's that. I don't know why now the GPU went so low. Maybe this is something about using the DirectX12. Yeah. Now this is more normal. This is more normal. Look at the GPU usage now. Look at it. Now I'm limited by the CPU. I'm limited by the CPU, not the GPU. Once again, let me show you the settings. DirectX 11 now. Quality mode, it's the same settings here. So as you can see, it tends to perform much better with DirectX 11. 32, 33, 34. 39. I even get almost to 40 when I close the camera. This is live weather, by the way. We get some clouds and shades and camera from the outside. When I move it, it lowers a little bit. You get some dips, but it gets back straight on to the around 30, 30, 31, 32. Now, if I do this, let me show you the difference. If I do TAA, let's put TAA. Oh, not here. Then we can go to balance, but first let's go to TAA, like this. Now it's not the main thread, but it's the GPU that is taking most of the load. See? It's the GPU that is taking most of the load now. So it dips a little bit. This is using TAA. Moving the camera inside. It goes as low as 15. Remember, this is a custom city with high settings, with an airplane that takes a lot of performance in the photogrammetry city, in the custom airports. Need to take that in account with all the clouds here, live weather, and I'm recording at the same time, so. But as you see, this is with TAA. Come, let me put the normal view. It can get to 30. Remember, I'm playing the game for a long time now, so he had time to eat up the CPU and the GPU. When I start the game, in the beginning, we normally we have a little bit better performance because they are not running so hot. But I think you can see the difference between TAA and DLSS quality. I don't like to go lower than quality because I lose too much of the image. Let it get up. It takes some time to adjust, I think. But it's coming up. See, we are around 30 again. Yeah. 31, 32, 30. Somewhere around there. Yeah. No, let's lower even more to balance. Let's see what it gets. Now we are in balance, and it's definitely improved. We are staying above the 30 easily. Coming up. This was what was happening before in quality. It is happening now in balance. It is almost getting up to 40. Lot of variables over here. Like still balance. I think you here we are on the CPU, limit by the CPU. So this is not more the GPU that is working. It's the CPU that is limiting. That's why it is so inconsistent most of the time, because here is the GPU, but it goes to the CPU when in some camera angles and views. Yeah. So I think this is the best that we can get. Even if I go lower, like ultra performance, I don't think that we'll get. This is the lowest one. I don't think we'll get much improvement. As you see, we are still limited by the CPU. So here you can see that we are still limited by the CPU. So the frame rate will not improve above this. So I think we can. The best one we can use, it's balanced, quality, then goes next, and then TAA, of course. I pretend to prefer the quality one, not lose too much on the image. Remember, I'm recording this because if I'm not recording, the frames go up a little bit. Okay, I use the traffic instead, but still it gets better frame rates. Mainly when we are in the air, because in the air the traffic is not that much, and the OBS it's still recording, so So let's do a little takeoff just to show the performance in the air. We are on quality now. Let's leave it like this. I think I already set select. I think I already put it. Did I? No, I didn't put the speeds. Let me just configure here the airplane a little bit. Mass and balance. Let's put 100 passengers, 1 ton, and 4 tons of fuel. Instant. Come on. Reload it. Let's take this. And let's go to the performance and select the speeds here. Lima Papa Papa Tango. Load. Flaps on. Specs on. Weather. 121, 113.5, 135. I already knew that. 121, 135, 135. As you can see now, look at the frame rates. Look at the FPS. Depends on the camera where I'm looking for, but it's stable now. This is in quality mode. $168. Let's put the lights on, passenger sign, arm the spoilers. Wind shear protection and test configuration, everything normal. Flaps are selected at 1. So as you can see, we are around 30, 33, 32 FPS in quality. DirectX11, then I will do this. I will turn off the game and I will open up again on DirectX12 and try it on DirectX12 again. Maybe we get better performance, because I think it happened something like a bug or something like that. So let's go. Do I have the parking brakes? Yes. No, I don't have it no more. Let's go to flex. Look at the frame rate. This is very heavy on the CPU and lots of calculations that you need to do. The camera a little bit. Oh. And rotate. Gear up. Now, as we leave the ground, I think the FPS will come up. This is beeping because of the altitude that we have selected here. Let's do a turn. Fly over the city. Go through the clouds to watch what happens to the FPS. As we leave the ground, they start going up. This is heavy because all the effects that we are seeing here on the clouds and everything. Almost 40 FPS. This, when we approach the camera, we can see the numbers, but this blur that we see here, it's one of the side effects from the DLSS. Shut up, ITC. Let's level up the plane and try to speed up because we are too low of a speed now. Come on, level up. Lap 1. Outside camera. Photogrammetry city. We are limited by the CPU mostly. That needs to be my next upgrade to the PC. I will definitely get a better CPU. So here we are back. DirectX 12 beta. This is the beta. Quality, same settings as before. As you can see, now the frame rate is more the thing that I'm used to. Not the first time I tried the DirectX 12, it happened that. Now it's much better, see? No, it gets lower, of course, but you know what I'm meaning. It's not like 10 FPS like it was, so that's the difference. Let's go. These engines take a lot of time to spoil up. Feet on the brake. Flex. There we go. Yeah, the frame rate is definitely lower. And rotate. Come up. Get up. I always forget to put this. Come on. Don't want to hear you. And levers to climb. Let's start the turn. I think this time we can try a landing. Let's try a landing. Let's try landing. Standards. Yeah, I know. I know not everything is alright. Let's leave the lights on. We don't care about that. We can turn them off. Okay. Oh, and finally we are above 30. Not when I look at the city. Too much clouds, yeah. This is live weather, as I said previously. But
did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, shut up.
Lisbon Tower Bodat 09er frequency change.
So she knows my name. See, she knows my name. But let's try to land the plane. Let's see how it performs on a little bit bad weather. Like, one important thing, we have no passengers. Hey, you saw the frame drop now? When I turned the camera, this is happening just the same thing that was happening last time I was playing. This doesn't happen with DirectX 11, but happens with DirectX 12. It's the second time it happened. See, even if I stop it tends to spoil up the GPU when I stop this, but it's still going like this. I don't know what happens. I think it's something around DirectX 12 because this doesn't happen to me when I play with DirectX 11. So I think they it's still in beta phase. I think they still have a lot of things to do, because when I move the move the camera like that, it just went crazy. Shut up. I don't know if I try to land the plane at 12 FPS or if I change it to, you know, this happens when I move the camera like this. It happens this sometimes, so it's not stable. I don't recommend still using DirectX 12. I recommend using quality, DLSS if you can, but or balanced. For me, like with my CPU, balanced or quality, TAA if we are using a plane that is not so heavy on the CPU, and depending on the place that you are flying, you can, like for example, GA aircraft, you can use TAA. I think you will be fine, perfectly fine using TAA in the GA aircraft, but not in the Phoenix. But this is a lot. This is bad. 12 frames. That's a lot, man. Let's put weather worse. Let's see what happens if I put like raining. Let's put like rain here. Yeah, I know. Now it came back. Woo! I changed the weather and the GPU came back to live. It's live now. Now this is the normal performance. See what happened there? It jumped up like by 25 frames more, 30 frames. So let's try to land this. Maybe if I look back, it happens the same if I do this again. No, it's stable now. So let's try to come on, clear this. Yeah, ILS. It is the other way. What is the weather that we have? It's rain. Okay. Let's land on the rain. Let's do the... We're still with flaps 1, I think. Yeah.
Back. Too low.
Come on,
terrain.
come on, come back.
Too low. Terrain.
Full flap.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Shut up.
Think rate. Full up.
Too fast, too fast.
50,
Cut the engines.
30,
We can still land this.
20, retard. 5,
Touchdown. Max braking. This was a landing. At 13 FPS. I was trying to move the cursor and I couldn't get in touch with the things. So this is the video for today. See you next time.